So I called my sister today, and we had one of our usual conversations to catch up. And somewhere in that conversation, she asked me, she said, "Hey, I've been looking at your blog, and I haven't seen anything on politics, and when are you going to write about that?" And I thought that was kind of interesting because I had an inkling I wanted to at least talk about politics. I at least wanted to address a revelation that I've come to recently. And as you may or may not know, there's an election going on in the United States. It's been going on for a couple of years now, it seems like, and it's pretty ubiquitous now. It's all that you see on the news, and it's all that's in the media. I suppose if you're tapped into that, I'm sure some people watching this know about it, but really aren't that plugged into it. To be honest, I've been quite plugged into it, and I've been quite plugged into it for a long time. I have a definite preference for who I want to see become the next president of the United States, but I don't know that that's really relevant to what I'm talking about here now. My sister was bringing it up because she had gotten in, I don't know if it was an argument, but had definitely felt some friction in a relationship that she has about, her views and somebody else's views in terms of politics, and kind of unexpected preferences kind of clashing. Like, geez, that's surprising. You think that, I think this, and the United States is, with its two-party system, is kind of set up for those kind of conflicts. It's kind of us versus them. It's my beliefs versus your beliefs. And I wanted to at least bring up that it's one of those places that's kind of an ideal breeding ground for your ego. And the ego that says, I'm right and you're wrong, and my beliefs are right and yours are silly and they're stupid, and how could you possibly believe that? And I just noticed within myself, being plugged into this election and reading magazines and watching both the Democratic convention and the Republican convention, and surfing online for articles and about the ones that support what I think is good about my candidate, and ones that denigrate what I think is bad about my candidate. Kind of those supporting views that you're always kind of looking for. That it's really a place where the ego lives, and ego breeds and gets stronger and stronger. And just kind of a reminder that one place that you can look at is, and that I started to look at, is in my, I don't know if it's an obsession, if it was an obsession, but the amount of time that I would spend doing this, and which was considerable. And it was kind of, I don't know if it was, I thought it was a form of entertainment, or if I thought I was really getting informed about something. But what I started to notice is this doesn't really feel good for me to be plugged into. Very often when I would read something about the other candidate, it would upset me, and I'd think, how can anybody choose this in the world, and this is going to be awful, and it's going to, and I just noticed that those feelings, that I'm the one pushing the button for those. That's really my ego, that I'm putting myself in that state that doesn't feel good. Or at times, if I'm in an argument or a debate with somebody, it's my ego that says, I'm right and I'll beat you with my argument, and you're silly, or you're stupid, or you're not very bright for supporting the candidate that you think is right. So, in short, I'm going to have my preference for who I think is best to lead this country, the United States, and who I think would have the most positive impact. But you know what? I don't know that either. It is my belief. It's what I resonate with, but that's not the truth. And so I'm going to unplug from the campaign. I'm still going to get out there and I'm going to vote. You can, be sure of that. But I'm going to choose things that feel better than kind of getting in there and picking a scab of putting my attention in a place that really doesn't feel good, and in this case, around this election. So I just thought I'd share these thoughts about ego and the United States political system. I hope you enjoyed it.